Knights next week. How's the feeling going into that match?
Wait, who are Knights?
Well, it's not ideal, but Dino does find two, finds three! A triple kill for Dino!
And just missing that shot onto the prone player.
Opening frag onto Hayward, but it's Knights go time as they start to push in. Juicy with a frag, and the entry frag is decent, and then gets the double kill as well.
Squaring it up now, guys, at 5-5.
Barrett, shots miss. Hayward is going to get aggressive, finds the pick. How many more can he find? That's space. Hayward, don't let it slip. Don't let it slip. No, he sticks it. Confident to repel in as Fisho finds one. Josh will retrade that out. Entry onto Derpe, and it's falling apart here for Sinister. Josh popping off.
For him, Immorin, he does step up and gets that kill. Strider all by himself. Strider just gets him out of there.
Well, Ferox are taking on the Pittsburgh Knights. Let's bring up the lineup and see who they're bringing for tonight's match. Of course, as we mentioned, Stiggs is no longer in this lineup, recently transferring over to Fnatic, and in his place will be Arlo.
We went into the start of the season pretty underprepared just because of the situation we were in with losing a player. We've played with Arlo previously 2 seasons ago now. So we asked him if he wanted to come in as just a temporary sub while we waited for Josh to turn 18. And we got really lucky with that. But even with that, our first couple weeks were really rough because we were still trying to learn with Josh as well as play with another player. So the guys were playing with basically 2 fifth players for 4 weeks. But the first 2 weeks were probably the hardest to actually get the ball moving.
Game going outside, he's gonna revive Nico! What a play with the stim pistol! Surely this 2v2 now is achievable, and Sinister have the health advantage all of a sudden. Arlo and Dino are a hair's breadth away from losing it here. And there's Derpe to find the first kill, and Nico as well! That's the clutch for Sinister, and that's the entire map!
While losing an IGL probably didn't hurt us too badly. We're still trying to just work out the team dynamic, who calls. It's just such a simple thing that most teams have, but I really need to think about what we needed to.
Well, they've had a roster change this evening. Let's bring up the lineup for the Pittsburgh Knights Elevate's opponents for this evening. And Josh will be a new name to this roster.
LFO Elevate game was when it started to come around.
I think Elevate was the massive one, right? Because that was the one where we
started to get a bit of confidence. I realized that we could take on the top 3 or 4 teams with the new lineup.
and all the polls are whack.
We ended up going to Border against Elevate as well, which is a map that we didn't play that much, and Border's very much based off teams, chemistry, and their adaptation and how well they can just kind of play with each other and their teamwork. And so after winning Border against Elevate, I think that was really big for us.
Say what you will about the mentality, but when people expect you to lose, it kind of plays in your head. But no one expected us to win against Elevate. And I think smashing through that kind of mentality was really helpful. I don't think people were kind of expecting us to be as good with Josh as we were. He's a new player. Yeah, and I don't think people realized that we were practicing half and half. And Arlo was still very core to the team, he'd played in the past, so he knew what he was doing. So it was really just trying to get Josh integrated with the team, and once we were comfortable with him and he got comfortable with the competitive format, he just exploded.
It's time to have a look at how the standings will finish up here in Six Masters 2020, and this is your top 4. Wildcard, Sinister, Okami, and the Knights have somehow made it in? Question mark? Okay, I mean, we'll go off them, but yeah, that's very spicy.
A bit of a weird one, actually, because we initially didn't know that if we would make top 4 or not, because we lost 2-0 to Wildcard. We were under the impression that we had to at least take 1 game to solidify ourselves going into the playoffs. If the LFO game and who did they verse? They versed Ferox. If that game was a draw, then we would have to have won a game against Wildcard to go through. Fortunately, because of for and against, and somehow those 2 teams drew a game each, and they also drew map count and round count. so we ended up going through.
Speaking of overtime, just looking at some history here in the Knights, they ended up playing 2 overtime maps in the Six Masters season. And in fact, they lost both of those. One was to Sinister, it was a 7-8, and the other was to Okami, and that was a 6-8. So also both really strong opponents.
Yeah, we definitely felt as though we deserved that top 4 spot, especially what Kat was saying earlier. We lost that game against Sinister and like LFO as well. So many maps that just could have gone our favor if we just didn't throw it towards the end. So we knew we deserved that spot, and even though we kind of scraped in, I suppose, just based on a technicality, we were all watching the stream when it happened, and we were pretty excited to get through. There's not a whole lot you can do once you've played your last game, so we were expecting our season to finish once we played our last game.
And yeah, luckily it pulled through for us. And I mean, considering how we went in the finals, I think we could have gone further. I think we all agree with that. But considering our result against Sinister, it shows that we deserve to be there. And anyone that says we didn't deserve to be there don't know what they're talking about, to be fair. So yeah, I think we were happy overall that we made it. I think we would have been happier if we made it on our own terms and not based on other teams drawing and stuff like that. We never want to leave things down to chance, and we know we're better, and we will be better for next time. So yeah, it's all a learning experience. Because we came 3rd in Six Masters, we auto qualified for the mini major, and basically what that is a playoff style tournament with the top 3 teams from Six Masters, and the winner takes 6 invitational points for the Six Invitational 2021.
He's carrying the diffuser, but he's got to go up against the full team, and that gives Knights a flawless round, finding themselves on match point and now finding themselves with a win of the first map.
That default plan as well. This could come back to bite them massively. 10 seconds to go. Strider in coach check. They didn't even know here. JKR doesn't seem to. He's pushing a red. We'll find a free kill on towards Josh in this case, I imagine. No. Pulls away at the wrong time. The down comes through, but there's a down to JKR. Plants him, but there we go. The closing kill comes through. Knights pull off the upset of the region, bringing down Okami and earning themselves a spot in the finals against Wildcard.
Be able to be taken down by literally everything. I believe a flank is coming down from the likes of Hayward as he is. No, he's actually still stuck inside the shower, but he might be able to go for a peek here as he's being covered off. Is he going to be able to get that kill? So will land, but that means it's a one-on-one situation now. 2 seconds left. He is prone. Is it being expected? Yes, it is. But the kill doesn't go down. It's Knights to go for the first map. And with 15 seconds left, they need to go for the execute now. Strider will be taken down almost from his side, and the plants will surely come through. It's only up to him now. 10 seconds left. It is Wildcard that will be picking up map number 2, and it will be 1-1 in the series. Wildcard on as well. Is he going to be able to get the Noman? No, he does not. It's Emerald to come down on top. Will be able to pick up another kill as Pat gets that one. It's a Wildcard round. It has to be, as the plant is going to be coming down yet again. A lot of damage being done onto Dino, and he will be finished off. It's Wildcard that will get it. Seconds away from getting the title. You're 25 seconds away and 3 kills of making that happen. Pats will move in. It's going to be Strider to try and turn the favor, turn the tides right here as he hopes to get the kill down onto Ethan, but Ethan will be able to get it. It's a 2-on-4. It's 10 seconds left as well. Are you going to be able to keep this up? Knights, are you going to be able to stop this plan? No, they are not.
What do you guys think about the future, though?
We're going to just practice, fix our mistakes, come back stronger, be wildcard, best in Australia. Bang.
I think one thing that we've definitely noticed watching back our own gameplay is just how often small mistakes lose us rounds. So it's really important that we tighten up the screws because there's so many rounds that we leave on the table. Arlo's a legend for playing with us. Came at late notice, and he's still nuts at the game.
Why?
Let's entry.
Play in the smoke.
He's bathroom already. Bathroom could come into...
I'm getting spotted.
Got it.
Go deep. Shot it.
Nice.
Arlo, you're crazy. Even just someone like Picnic, who does a lot of work behind the scenes and doing research on teams and giving us things to try out and giving us personal feedback, it really helps. You don't see Nick out on the battlefield, but he's definitely behind the scenes, helping us improve all the time.
Go again.
If you remain
Kill the baby.
you'll be detected.
That guy's good.
What are you doing?